right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744. So today, guys, we're going to be live for a debate show, guys. And yeah. So we're going to go and do this, man.
Hey, yo, what is that?
Wow,
already
wow,
giving up this
wow.
early.
Nah.
Wow,
Argentina kid I had like years ago.
wow, that was crazy.
But no, I'll represent Spain. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, anyway, so that was a pretty crazy introduction. So today we're gonna be doing our debate show, guys. Argentina versus Spain. We Argentina did won the Copa America last month. Obviously, we weren't able to do our debate show because we went on vacation. Me and Rank did. So we needed to take some time to take a break from football. And here we are, man. We're back at the first week of August. I figured it'd be a good time to do this debate, and also, this will also make up for July. And the next weekend, we'll do our debate with all the 4 competitions and having our 4 guests. So that's going to be exciting for that. So let's go ahead and get started, man. So let's read some comments. Captain Falcon says, I'm going to go with Spain with this one. Every single game says, yo. Every single game says, loud play, so I can't hear. Brown Buck says, and I'll be here for a bit because of an interview soon. Amarin said, let's freaking go. Spain Dynasty is better, and I'm a Messi fan. Argentina defense is terrible. Oh, terrible.
Well, we'll see in this debate.
All right, so as you can see, these are the categories we have. We have players, we have legacy, we have which one's been more dominant, which one had more clutch moments, and who had the better manager. So we're going to go ahead and do this, man. So we're going to go ahead and do this, man. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do this, man. So, like I said, we have 5 categories. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to speak. And then once you guys done, I'll do a poll, and you guys will actually determine which is better. And then whoever gets more points at the end wins it for their respective country. So, Rank and Tenant Item, how excited you are, and are you confident winning?
I don't know about rank, but I would say I wouldn't say this is really a debate. I think there is a clear winner, but we'll see. We'll see how rank puts his case. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm excited regardless.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
of course.
I'm feeling good. I really respect the Spanish team. I think that what they did for football was amazing, but it's time for a new generation to step up, and I think that there's a pretty good case for my nation to be up there as well.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this, man. Let's do it. So let me go ahead and spin the wheel, and we're gonna do our first category, guys. First category. What is it gonna be? Legacy. Okay. Legacy. Okay. Who wants to go first for legacy?
Rank, you can go first if you want.
I guess I can go first.
Recent one.
All right. And also, I'm gonna put times in the description below for you guys that are gonna watch on the replay. So I'm gonna put this down. So let me write it down. A legacy. Okay. So we'll start with 4 minutes, man. So Rank, man, you're gonna take it. You're gonna kick it off, man. You're gonna kick it off here. So
Okay. So for the legacy of this national team, I think that this one is obviously a huge one. When we're going to look back at the team in a few years, we're going to realize how fantastic this team was and how important it was, not only for Argentina, but also to the South American game as a whole. It's been since Brazil in 2002 that South America didn't win the World Cup, and Argentina was the team to break that European dominance that was in the game after we saw, Italy, Spain, Germany, and then France win it. The European teams were dominating, and Argentina was the one to break that curse and win a World Cup for South America again, and also breaking a very big drought that the Argentina national team had of 28 years without winning a trophy with that Copa America in 2021. So it was also an amazing legacy for the Argentina national team, and it was also the first team to win Copa America, World Cup, and Copa America all back to back. So making history in a big way, especially in CONMEBOL, with the Copa America being over 100 years old. It's amazing that we're actually the first team who managed to do that. It's history. And when we look at the legacy of this team, you also have to consider how this comes into play into Messi's legacy, because obviously this Argentina national team had among its ranks the best player in the history of the game in Lionel Messi, and this is going to be one of the biggest chapters in Messi's career, because this national team was the one that helped Messi win everything with the national team: the Copa America, the Finalissima, and the World Cup, the trophies that he always wanted to win with the national team. And so not only when you look at the legacy of South American game, the Argentinian game, but also the legacy of the best player in the world, this Argentina team is going to be the main thing that people think about in the future, in years to come.
All right, thank you for that. Now it's time for Tenedine. Tenedine, your turn.
Okay. Whenever you're ready. All right. So with Spain, I think for Spain, it's a big legacy, because I believe Spain is the very first ever national team to actually win 3 consecutive major tournaments. Also, Spain did have their own sort of like trophy drought, a lot longer than Argentina's. Last time Spain won the Euros or any major tournament was in 1964. So 44 years, so it's quite a long time. And at that time, that was the longest drought of a national team winning a major trophy in the Euros. At the same time, when you look at just Spain in general, in that generation, it was a very good generation of probably, I would say, one of the best Spain teams ever. Like the fact that Spain from 1950 was the only other time that Spain even made a quote-unquote semifinal, and the fact that they did in 2010, so 60-year wait. But also to achieve 3 trophies in a row for the first time ever. No national team has ever done that. And also no national team has ever won back-to-back Euros as well. So usually I would say, like, when we are talking about this debate of Argentina-Spain, the only reason why we're kind of talking about Argentina's legacy is because of what the achievements that Spain has done. Because Spain are, we can say, the only European or the first national team to win 3 straight trophies. So it kind of set the standard of a team like an Argentina to win 3 trophies in a row. So I would probably say, for a legacy standpoint, I would say Argentina's legacy would probably be based on what Spain has managed to do, and the fact that Spain are quote-unquote the first team to win 3 consecutive trophies. I think that hopefully helps Spain win this part of the debate. I don't know.
All right. Now, we haven't done this in previous debates, and I think I'm going to start this from this debate. Do you guys have any rebuttals? Any rebuttals? If you have any rebuttals, I'm going to give 1 minute for each of you guys to do a rebuttal.
I'm trying to think of any rebuttals.
So my rebuttal for the 10-day item argument, it's just one question that I want to ask, because it's just that you were mentioning like the big trophy drought that Spain had, but that is mainly because Spain wasn't really a big contender in the world of football in the same way that Argentina was. Argentina has always been a dominant team in football, especially since the 70s. We had won 2 World Cups in the past, and we had won 14 Copa Americas before this generation. So Argentina had a lot of history of winning trophies in a way that Spain didn't have. So a trophy drought of 28 years in Argentina's context is a lot bigger than a drought for Spain. Like, is it really that big of a trophy drought, considering that obviously it is in terms of pure years, but considering that Spain is in a top contender in the world of football up until very recently?
Yeah, I think like with Spain, like even though like it was a 44-year trophy drought and there was only like 4 teams in that 64 Euros, I think with Spain has always been a team that underachieves in international football up until 2008. So I think with Spain, in order to like kind of establish themselves, I think it kind of helps that they've won 3 straight trophies. Now everyone's like, oh, now I remember the 2008, 2010, 12 Spain teams, but no one will ever remember like any of the past Spain teams because they failed to win any trophies. Whereas I think like now Spain are now considered a quote unquote like big team in football, and obviously this past summer Spain won the Euro, so it's not like oh, it's just like that one bit of history of Spain. Now Spain has managed to win a European Championship this past summer. So yeah, in terms of rebuttals for Argentina, I don't know what to say.
Fair.
All right, let's do the poll now. Let's do the poll. So poll time, guys. Poll time. And guys, please remember to get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Let's try to get to 15 likes.
Maybe I'll try to vote.
Yeah, and I also forgot to mention, if you're in the panel, you cannot vote. Okay.
Not a feminist.
So, to keep it fair. I think it's fair. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, we'll probably just vote for like the same one, so it's just like 1-1.
Yeah.
The second half is
All right. Yeah. All right. So let's see, man. So how many? Let's see how many people are watching. We got 5 people watching, so kind of a small audience. But yeah, let's see. We got okay, 1 vote for rank. Let's see. How long should we give this poll? I didn't actually think about that. Let's give like 2 minutes, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll give 2 minutes since we did like you guys spoke for 2 minutes. I think 2 minutes is fair.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Even the movie could be deselected. Yeah. We'll talk about it in the player section.
all right. In the meantime, we're gonna look at your comments. What's up? Bucket Warrior says, Captain Falcon Mate 65 says, Spain manager got carried by talent. I'm going Argentina coach better. Matt's channel says, only Matt's probably the right back gets into a combined 11 for Argentina. Yeah, that's probably true. Mid says, hey, hi guys. It's me, Pookie. Hi, Pookie. And on my account. Okay, so yeah, he's using another account because everyone. I'm going Spain's legacy. Spain won 2 games, 4-0. Argentina only won 3-0. Argentina defense got exposed by Ecuador Copa America 2024.
Actually,
I don't really understand this.
Actually, twice.
How is that an argument?
Argentina won 3-0 twice, I think. Against Ecuador in 21 and Croatia 22.
But how does big wins by big minors come into play for legacy?
Yeah, like, and also here's the thing: you're saying the Argentina defense is terrible. How is it terrible? They only conceded 1 goal this Copa America.
I mean, to be fair, Spain did only concede like one goal in the in 2012.
Yeah. Okay, so Amit says, yeah, back soon. The drought argument's a strong point. Di Maria and Messi only the player that will stand for Spain. Even Di Maria could be deselected. Prime Barcelona over Man City treble. That's all true. But Argentina can get a right back to 11. All right, so as things stand, Rank is actually in the lead with 2 votes and it's tied at 1. We have a very small turnout for today's stream, which is kind of sad. Normally these streams we get a lot of people, but I don't know. I guess a lot of people don't really like this debate topic. Maybe that's why we don't have a lot of people here.
Maybe they don't like the 2 teams that actually won trophies this summer.
Maybe.
Especially people that said Argentina, Spain to win it.
Yeah. Okay, now we have a tie, guys. We have a tie. It's 2-2.
Okay, how about you as the host? You decide.
Okay, let's do 1 minute extra time.
If it's a tie, the host decides. I agree with that.
Okay, let's do 1 minute extra time, and then I'll decide if there's a tie afterwards. Like me decide. Me decides like a penalty shootout. You know.
Yeah.
If you vote for Spain, I'll subscribe to your channel, whatever.
Wait, you're not subscribed already? I've been subscribed for 2 years. That's a point for me.
Yeah, I meant to anyone in the comments.
Oh.
Find your YouTube channel and I'll subscribe.
That said, back. Go watch 2022 World Cup. Argentina did not convince me. I think Spain played better.
No, Spain got knocked out by Morocco. If that's what he meant, but I think
no. I think he's comparing. The World Cups. Like Argentina or Spain was more dominant in 2010. But we have an argument for dominant. This is legacy. This is just legacy.
Yeah.
So legacy going from barely not winning to being dominant stands out more. I know AD will be on Argentina's side. I'm going to be neutral, man. I'm neutral. Brandon Blanco says I'm just a neutral. So I already vote for Spain. All right. So let's see, man. And guys, remember, guys, this is just for.
Yeah, it's just fun.
This is just for fun. Like, don't take it too personally. All right, so the legacy one. It's a tricky one to give, but I'm gonna have to give with Spain, just because Spain team, just because the Spain team, like that golden generation, is what made Spain win their very first trophies. Um, First trophy World Cup and their second trophy in the Euro. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Spain. It's a close one. I could go with Argentina as well because Argentina hadn't won it so long, but I'm going to go with Spain. I'm going to go with Spain per se for me. So, sorry, Rank. I really like the argument that Tenendine made, and I have to go with that. So, I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
So, Tenendine leads 1-0.
Well, Spain lead 1-0, but not in today's theme.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving on from legacy. So the next category we got here.
So we're doing the same where the winner of the last category goes first in the next one.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Like you went first, and then I'll go first, and then you go first. Like every like round or whatever.
I think we should do a winner. But whoever wins gets to go first. I think that's
okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to already vote for Spain. Share your opinion, AD-Low. I just did. Recent bias again. Okay, how is the recency bias?
Yeah, how is recency
well,
bias?
Technically, well, I think the three of us are old enough to remember Spain's domination.
Exactly.
Okay, manager.
This one, I think I might lose. I feel like, but we'll see. I'll try to make an argument. I'll try.
All right, manager.
Okay, so manager of Spain. Well, technically, there's two managers. So the first one was Luis Aragonés. He won the 2008 Euros, and then Del Bosque won the two tournaments after. So I don't know how I'm going to say manager or managers. So I think I'll just go with Del Bosque because he's won the most of the trophies. The only thing is, I don't know how much of an argument I can really make because when you think about it, you can say, oh, someone like Scaloni, who's won all three trophies, but Scaloni had the opportunity to make 5 or 6 substitutions, whereas back in the day, Del Bosque and Aragonés were only allowed to make 3 subs. So, there was a lot more flexibility with Scaloni, but that's just the era and the change of rules. As for just Spain, I don't know how I can really include both managers. I don't know how Aragonés would have done if he won 2010 and 12, and I don't know how Del Bosque would have done if he wins 2008. So can't really say. So I mean, it's a really, really hard. I think I might have to concede because I don't know how to really formulate an argument, and also Scaloni has won all 3 compared to Spain's managers. Though I will say maybe in the next 2, 3, whatever topics, maybe Spain will be dominant. That's really all I can really say. 2 managers managed to win with the same sort of set of players. So I don't know if that helps the argument that 2 managers managed to win trophies for Spain. And to be honest, we can't really look at the 2014 or 2016 because technically, if we want to look at Argentina's, we haven't seen 2026 or 2028 Copa, so we don't know how Argentina would be like into 4 years from now. So we can't really use 2014 or 2020 or 2016 as an argument against Del Bosque. So there.
All right. Thanks.
So for Scaloni, I think that it's pretty clear that Scaloni has been the main factor into making this Argentina team the winning machine that we are currently. When you look at previous Argentina teams that got so close to winning a trophy, losing 3 finals in a row in 2014, 2015, and 2016, the difference was clearly that the manager, because the players were there. When you were looking at the talent that Argentina had in those teams, we definitely had the players to win trophies, but it was just that things didn't click at the moment. And it's crazy that it happened with Scaloni because he had no previous managerial experience whatsoever. He was coming off of being part of Sampaoli's staff in the 2018 Russia World Cup, and he was kind of set up as the manager as a last-ditch effort by the board of the AFA. And the fact that without any experience in coaching whatsoever, he managed to pull this off is absolutely amazing. Just looking at some of the stats that Scaloni has had, he had in 77 games, he has 45 clean sheets. The defensive record of this team is absolutely insane. In most games, we don't concede goals, and we do, which is crazy. 4 finals played, 4 finals won with the Finalissima, the 2 Copa Americas, and the World Cup. And over the last 5 years, we only lost 2 games. to Saudi Arabia in the first game of the World Cup and to Uruguay in the World Cup qualifiers. So the consistency that Scaloni has managed to amount with this team is absolutely incredible. And it's also a testament of his managing tactics that he is the only Argentine coach to win both the Copa America and the World Cup. Even though we've won the World Cup twice before, with those coaches, we didn't win the Copa America. And Scaloni is the only manager that has managed to do so. And a big part of that is that he found the way to make a system around Messi like no other coach had managed to do before. And his tactics and his choices in the first team ended up making it so he can push this team into success during this generation.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, do you guys have any rebuttals, or no? Do we just
To
go
be
straight
honest,
to the
I
point?
might have to concede, but we will see how the poll goes. I might have to concede this one.
All right. Right. Do you have any rebuttals?
There weren't many arguments for the Spain case, so I don't know what I can rebut. So I don't think so.
Because like it's two different managers, and as I said, I might have to concede. Spain conceded a second goal.
Well, technically Spain's leading, so you're 1-0. So
it's only in the Colombia game. We conceded a second as I
oh, you Olympics.
I didn't even notice until I looked up.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant here.
Okay. Yeah, it's 2-0
All
Colombia.
So you guys are gonna have 2 minutes to make your argument for manager. So
yeah. So we'll see how the poll goes with the with this one. Scaloni fits the Uruguay DNA and style, like Oscar Tobias.
Yeah. All right, let's read some comments. Dinga says, hi. David Villa was so good. Yeah, David Villa is amazing. 2026 World Cup, my prediction, Argentina will lose to, Lautaro will lose to Spain 2026, 2-0 in my opinion. Okay. It's too early to say. That would be actually not interesting, though. Spain versus Argentina next World Cup. Would you guys want to see it?
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah, but maybe the Finalissima might decide this debate next year.
Maybe the Finalissima decides the debate, yeah.
But to be honest, if you use the players of Spain's team from like 12 years ago, I think Argentina beats them just because the Argentina team is a lot younger than most of the Spain players that actually won those 3 trophies. I think there's only Jesus Navas that still plays, and he's 38 already. So, and
Macho says Scaloni fits the Uruguayan DNA style, like with Oscar Tabarez. Is he the same?
Like he's saying that Scaloni is to Argentina what Oscar Tabarez was to Uruguay.
Okay.
Yeah, or like Diego Alonso.
But Scaloni hasn't stayed as long as Oscar Tabarez.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah. I think in terms of playing style, then I suppose I can agree with that. But in terms of everything else, probably not. Yeah. All right, let's see, Matt. Let's see who's won the poll. And it is Rank. Rank has won this in a landslide, 3-1. And I actually do agree. If I had voted, I would have voted for Rank as well. I feel like Scaloni
compared to 2-1.
Yeah, and I feel like Scaloni is really a huge reason why Argentina won those trophies. I feel like Spain. I feel like Spain still could have done very well without those 2 managers. I still think they could have done. They still would have been able to. I still think they could have won those trophies without.
And also, I don't know if Del Bosque would have won 2008 or whether Aragones would have won 2010 and 12. So I don't know what argument I can make. I mean, 2 managers managed to deliver trophies. Okay, that's the only way. Whereas, if it's a different coach, then
so now
win one of those.
Yeah, so rank is now even the score. So we're headed into round 3. Round 3 time. Round 3. So what's round 3 going to be? Let's see. Oh, clutch moments. Okay, this is an interesting one. Clutch moments. Okay. So, Rank, you're going to kick us off with this one. Give me a few. Let me edit my timestamp here. So
I
clutch
have to remember
moments.
all the games of Spain. Let me see
All
if I
right.
can have a problem.
Ryan, kick us off.
All right, so obviously, I think that Argentina is easily the most clutch national team that we've seen when you look at the amount of moments that this team has to go through to get to the trophies that we had. You had that penalty shootout against Colombia in the 2021 Copa America, where Emi Martinez announced himself to the world by saving those 3 penalties to take Argentina to the final, that we would go on to win against Brazil with another clutch goal from Angel Di Maria. Angel Di Maria being possibly the clutch man for this Argentina national team, scoring in the Copa America final in 2021, scoring in the Finalissima, and then scoring in the World Cup final as well. And in that World Cup final, when it all seemed doom and gloom when France equalized, Lionel Messi came up clutch and scored a goal in extra time, which apparently was supposed to be the winner, but then obviously France got a penalty late into the extra time as well, made it 3-3, took it to penalties, and that's where Emi Martinez would come up clutch again. First, with the big save on Colomboani in the very last minute of extra time, which is the biggest save in the history of the international game, and then coming up clutch in the penalty shootout after that to win Argentina the World Cup. I didn't even mention that he also won another penalty shootout against Netherlands in the quarterfinals in another clutch performance in a very tense game that had a lot of yellow cards, and it was a crazy match. So the clutch moments were definitely there. Another clutch moment could be like the Lisandro Martinez tackle in the game against Australia, where he managed to make a deflection that prevented Australia from equalizing. Lisandro would then make another clutch intervention against Colombia in the final, preventing Luis Borja from scoring potentially an equalizer for Colombia on that one. Also, Lautaro Martinez scoring the goal in the final, the penalty shootout against Ecuador. There are just so many clutch moments in this Argentina team that I ran out of time talking about them.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you didn't mention this one. Lautaro goal against Colombia. And
I did briefly say it, but I guess you don't listen to me.
No. I guess I misheard that part, but everything else I heard. Yeah, the shootout one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I guess I misheard. Okay. Anyways, 10-9, your turn.
Okay, so with Spain, in terms of clutch moments, well, I'll start with 2008. So it was the group stage second game against Sweden, and it was 1-1, and then David Villa decided to score it in like practically the last minute, which actually meant that Spain won the 2008 group. And so it obviously meant that Spain had to play Italy in the quarterfinal in 2008. And it was a penalty shootout against Italy, won the game. So I guess you can call it clutch, I guess. But obviously, I think the most clutch of that tournament was Fernando Torres winning goal against Germany, which also continued Spain's streak of beating Germany, which still carries on today. And then 2010, even though Spain lost to Switzerland, a player named David Villa, once again popping up in the second group stage game with 2 goals, winning the game, scoring against Chile in the last group game, which meant that Spain won the group, scored against Portugal in a 1-0 win in the round 16, and then scoring a goal against Paraguay in the quarterfinal. So I would probably say David Villa is the most clutch of the players because he's, I think, the only player of the 2 national teams that scored in 4 consecutive matches in a major tournament. And it actually helped that Spain reach the semifinal. And then you also had Carlos Puyol's header against Germany. You had, well, obviously Andreas Iniesta's not really last minute, but you can say last minute against the Netherlands. And then also Iker Casillas' save against, I think it was Robin. And then 2012, not really much clutch moments because Spain were just too dominant, unless you want to count the 2012 shootout against Portugal, which Spain won. So, yeah.
All right. Do you guys have any rebuttals for each other or not really?
I have a few rebuttals. My first one would be that in that second group stage game where David Villa popped off and came up clutch with 2 goals. That game was against Honduras, and Honduras are not really a powerhouse nation to show up against, but I guess it's still a big game to come and show up. And you were saying that David Villa was also like the most clutch player for scoring in 4 consecutive games in major tournament. It's actually not, because Lionel Messi in the World Cup 2022 scored in every single knockout game against Australia, Netherlands, Croatia, and France. So that is also incorrect. And also in that tournament, Lionel Messi scored in every single round of the World Cup. The only game where he didn't score a goal was against Poland in the last group stage game. So Lionel Messi in that sense would be more clutch, and even then I think that Di Maria is more clutch with his goals in finals, and Emi Martinez with his interventions, once in the penalty shootouts and 2 with the saves that he made, especially that one against Colomwani in the World Cup final.
Yeah, true. I guess with my rebuttal for Argentina, I know Argentina won, I think, 4 penalty shootouts across the 3 tournaments, but actually Argentina were winning those games, and then they end up conceding, sometimes in the last minute against, I don't remember the Colombia game in 21, but 2022, Netherlands last minute, France, you can kind of say last minute, and then what's the other one? Ecuador in the last minute, just this past summer. So technically, in a way, those penalty shootouts for Argentina shouldn't even have happened. Argentina should have progressed without those sort of penalty shootouts. And we can always say penalty shootouts are like a lottery. So, but it was almost like Argentina had to go through that. Whereas I think someone like with Spain, just because I think Spain were more dominant, they didn't really need penalty shootouts. And the 2 penalty shootouts that Spain were involved were just a 0-0 draw. So not even the opposition teams managed to score against Casillas, which we'll talk about in the more dominant and the next 2 sections. So that'll probably be my rebuttal, I guess. Argentina shouldn't even have been in those penalty shootouts, or at least like 2 or 3 of them. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that Casillas clutch save on Robin.
Yeah, but then you could also say the Colomwani.
And my argument to that is that the Emi Martinez one is better for 2 reasons. One, because when Casillas made that save on Robin, there was still time. I believe it was like it was the second half, but it was like around the 70th minute where Casillas made that save on Robin. There was still time. The Emi Martinez save is the 123rd minute. It's like the 3rd minute of so much time of extra time where Emi Martinez makes that save. And also my argument would be the execution, because the Casillas save, I wouldn't say it's lucky, but Casillas dives the other way. He dives away from the ball, and Robin hits it, and it hits Casillas on the leg. Whereas the Emi Martinez one, Emi Martinez comes off his line and allows Colomwani, the near post, to kind of shoot there. And then as Colomwani shoots, he stretches his leg out to save it. So like while the Casillas one is almost like accidental because he dives the wrong way, the Emi Martinez one is completely planned because he was allowing Colomwani to shoot in that direction and then stretches his leg at the last moment to make the save.
Yeah. All right. I think it's time for the poll. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, guys, 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes. So can Rank take the lead here? And can Tenet Titan take the lead here? Let's read some comments. Mastro says Spain has Torres, Villa, Puyol, Iniesta, and Navas, Fabregas winning penalty.
Yeah, because Fabregas won both penalty shootouts. But that was
when it comes to clutch, when it comes to clutch, Di Maria is an Argentine Gareth Bale. You know, we should actually have a debate show. Actually, Di Maria versus Bale, who's more clutch? Oh, that would be a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. We might have to have the debate show sometime. Low subs skull. Casillas also saved a pen in the knockouts. Isn't accidental making it more impressive though? I don't think it was an accident though. Like I think accident is a bit of a weird way to put it.
I mean, maybe Ian Robin and Colomwani should have been much more smarter with their finishing for both of those saves, you can say. But whether it's accident, I'm pretty sure Casillas wanted to save that, but yeah. So you can kind of say lucky, but to win 3 trophies, you do need just a little bit of luck on your side. I will say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably true. All right, so okay, this poll is pretty split. It's 2-all.
Do we need AD to decide this one?
Remember, we have extra time. And it's still 19 seconds. We might have to. Right?
Maybe Emi Martinez will save it.
Get Kai White to defend Bale. Rank versus Kai White.
Has Kai White ever been on the channel?
Only once. And that was for the World Cup revetted with Wales.
Right, I remember that one. That was funny.
I haven't seen those. Maybe I'll go sometime.
Myth.
Oh, it is still a draw.
But Rank made a good point about the lateness difference of both saves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in terms of I think because Mwani making that save, because if Emi Martinez didn't make the save, France win the World Cup, right? It'd be 4-3.
Unless God knows, maybe 4-4. But likelihood, probably, yeah.
No, but that wasn't. Wait, Rank. That was ref already added the stoppage time minutes, right?
Yeah, there were 3 minutes of stoppage time, and it was
so,
the 123rd minute.
Yeah, so there wouldn't have been more stoppage time.
The game literally ended after the counterattack that Argentina had and the missed header from Lautaro Martinez. The game literally ended after our counterattack. So
yeah. So yeah. All right, let's see, man. Let's see. Do I have to separate this? Do I have to break this tie? Let's see.
Apparently.
Looks like I do. I'm gonna have to go with Rank. Just because I feel like that Emi Martinez save was crucial. You can all that Emi Martinez save was just so crazy. That was a huge save, and I respect Iker Casillas, but I think that Emi Martinez was just better. So I have to go with that one. That was more clutch. It's close because you can go with your different ones, but I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with Argentina. So Argentina Rank leads 2-1. Sorry, tenant item. It's 2-1. But remember, we still have 2 more categories to go. So Argentina have done the comeback so far.
I mean, Argentina have bottled some of these before to win to penalty shootout, so
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now we're going to go players and dominance.
Well, one of the 2.
Players.
All right. Do I go first or does Tende Item go first?
I mean, you won the last round, so you go first.
Okay, I go first.
All right. Oh, I need to put the timer 2 minutes. Sorry. All right, you can start now.
Okay, so when you talk about this Argentina national team, obviously people are going to focus on Lionel Messi. The biggest and the best player in the history of the game is obviously a huge asset, and it's going to be the main face that people are going to remember from this Argentina team. But you also have to remember all the other names that we've had. Emiliano Martinez being the best goalkeeper in the history of our nation, with his clutch interventions in penalty shootouts and in other parts of the game. It was crucial for Argentina to win these trophies. Obviously, the defense with players like Nicolás Otamendi, Cristian Romero, and Lisandro Martinez, Nicolás Tagliafico, and Nahuel Molina, Gonzalo Montiel, so many players that were fundamental into this Argentina team, barely conceding any goals during this tenure. Like I said, 45 clean sheets in 77 games. It's absolutely ridiculous how this defense simply doesn't concede any goals. The midfield, it changed names over the years. It started with Paredes, Lo Celso, and De Paul. Then it evolved with Alexis McAllister, with Enzo Fernandez, such great technical players on the ball that all do a job that is so incredibly different but so super effective. Rodrigo De Paul being the main engine of this team, the heart of the team, running everywhere, recovering balls, and just making those key passes to put his teammates into good positions, the same way as Enzo Fernandez was key with assists during the World Cup, with goals. Leandro Paredes having great interventions, especially during this last Copa America when people thought he was maybe finished. he was the one to make the recovery tackle on Kevin Castaño in the midfield, then passed it to Lo Celso, who found the assist for Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez, who was the top goal scorer in the two Copa America wins that we had, and was so incredibly instrumental. But when he wasn't there to step up during the World Cup, Julian Alvarez filling the shoes, and he was also an amazing player to have in the striker position, and obviously Angel Di Maria with his clutch interventions.
All right, Tenedina's turn now.
Okay. Whenever it starts. Okay, so in terms of the players, based on the quote-unquote, you can say starting 11. I would probably say, if you want to compare the starting 11s, I think Spain's starting 11 is probably better than Argentina. I mean, when, let's say, Rank talks about Lautaro Martinez being the top scorer of both Copa Americas, David Villa was the top goal scorer of the 2008 and joint top goal scorer in the 2010 World Cup tournament. So 2 tournaments. And then in 2012, literally Spain played a midfield, 6 players in midfield, basically 6 midfielders, and destroyed Italy 4-0 in the final of 2012. When you look at the goalkeepers, Casillas or Emi Martinez both have won the 3 trophies, but also with Spain, you had players like Sergio Ramos, Piqué, Puyol, Capdevila. And then in the midfield, you had like Sergio Busquets, Alonso, Xavi Hernandez. You also have like players like Iniesta, David Silva, Fabregas. If you want to talk about 2008, Marcos Senna, if you want to. In terms of the forward positions, you had David Villa, Fernando Torres were the 2 main standouts. Sometimes can be Iniesta as well. So I'll probably say, like, when we talk about players, we'll only talk about what they achieve, not like what they've done in their careers throughout. I would probably say Spain's was probably the more better players, just because that Spain managed to have a different sort of style and a team. You know, the fact that you can play 6 midfielders in a final and win dominantly 4-0 speaks a lot that Spain's midfield beats out almost all of Argentina's midfielders. The only player I would say that would get into the Spain 11 would be Messi, Di Maria, and maybe Emi Martinez or Romero. I don't know, or Otamendi, someone like that. I don't know.
All right, let's do this, man. Do you guys have any rebuttals for each other?
I guess I have a bit of a rebuttal in the sense that we're talking about how individually the players of the Spanish team, maybe they have the most pedigree when it comes to their clubs. I think that players like Carles Puyol, Sergio Ramos, Iker Casillas have really made a name for themselves, especially at club level. Andres Iniesta, Xavi Hernandez, obviously they were incredibly instrumental to the win of Spain in their different trophies, but they mostly had a career at club level. Meanwhile, these Argentina players who most people don't rate for some reason playing for their clubs, even though they are also fantastic there, they don't have the same amount of club pedigree as the Spanish players, but the fact that they managed to do the same or even greater things for the national team speaks volume as how they work with each other, and how this Argentine defense, even though people say that we don't have the names that Spain had with Emi Martinez instead of Casillas, or with Otamendi and Romero instead of Puyol and Sergio Ramos and whatever, we still managed to hold more clean sheets than that Spanish team, and we conceded fewer goals than that Spanish team during those periods, besides people apparently believing that we have inferior players.
Yeah, I mean, I think my rebuttal would be, to be honest, I really want to put this in the more dominant side, but both Argentina and Spain had, 10 knockout games, so 3 in the Copa America and 3 in the Euros, 4 in the World Cup, and, well, both World Cups, and 3 in the 2012 and 2024 tournaments. Spain, in terms of the defense, in those 10 knockout games, Spain conceded a grand total of 0 in knockout stage football, when you can say, oh, it kind of matters. I think also, I try not to really put a lot of the club pedigree stuff, because technically we can't really talk too much on Argentina's because those players are still in their career, so we don't know how successful they will be in their club and their international careers from this point on. But I think in terms of how dominant the system was of Spain, which was like, you can say it was tiki-taka, trying to emulate Barcelona. So you can say maybe the manager decided it's better to use the sort of tiki-taka Barcelona style because it suits a lot of the players, which just so happens to all at that time played for Barcelona. So yeah, that's probably my rebuttal, I guess. Yeah.
All right. So thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. So now let's go ahead and get to the poll, guys. Let's get to the poll now. So who's got the
Spain scored?
wow?
Now won. Just not Argentina.
Yeah. Can Spain do the comeback? We'll have to wait and see.
It'll be cool. And
All right.
Goals because I was talking.
Yeah, maybe Spain doesn't. Maybe Spain woman just heard about tenant items, so they're like, okay, we need to show up now.
I actually didn't see either of the two goals, the Colombia and the Spain goal, because maybe I was talking. Oh well.
Oh, you can see after the stream. You can see after the stream.
But Spain gets knocked out is like, oh okay.
All right, let's read some comments. Where are we? But I don't know if anybody cares about Colombia beating Spain 2-0. Women's football. Spain the world champs. Yeah. Wait, what category is this? Oh, low players. Oh, okay. Rank needs a strong army then. A combined 11, 4-4-2 diamond. Casillas, Molina, maybe Montiel, Ramos, Puyol, Alba, Busquets, Fabregas, Xavi, Iniesta, Messi.
I could also put Sergio Ramos at right back because he won 2008 and 2010 as a right back. Because the center back pairing in 08 was, if I can see, was Marquena and Puyol. So there was no PK at that time in 08. But yeah.
Yeah. Master says, I want to put David Silva in my 11 so bad. Xabi Alonso start over Fabregas.
I forgot that as well.
Hello, Arpon. Thank you for joining, Tari. Spain 2008, 2012 is better, but Argentina 2021 now is very close. Xavi. Because Spain lost to an average Brazil team. Are you talking about the Confederations Cup?
Yeah, I think. But also, I think that was like, I don't know. I feel like that, well, you can say home advantage of Brazil, and Brazil has a pedigree in that Confederations Cup.
Yeah, I'm not. Let's not use Confederations Cup because Argentina don't have Confederations Cup, so it's not really. I don't think it's.
We doesn't have a Finalissima at that time, so unless you want to count like USA and Brazil beating Spain in both.
Oh yeah, USA. Oh yeah, I forgot USA beat Spain. Let's go. Tony was there.
Yeah, and then went on to bottle a 2-0 lead against Brazil.
Gosh. Anyways, Tari said Martinez saved or Casillas saved. Yeah, we talked about when we did our clutch moments, Tari. You missed it. But go back to the replay. I'll put this time steps. We were talking about clutch moments. That actually is the reason why I actually gave ranked that point for that one because it was actually a tie. Ramos a better center back, so I put him there. All right, so Tenerife wins this one by a landslide, 3-1. And now we have a very interesting one because now it's 2-2. It's even. It's even. So, final one, man. The tiebreaker, man. Who has been more dominant? Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
Dominant. So, all right. So, Tenerife is going to go first. Actually, I changed my banner. There we go. Okay. Actually, before we do, let me write this down right here. So, dominant. This will be the last topic, and then we're gonna head out. We're gonna head out after this. Last topic.
Okay, so Spain, I will say, is the more dominant again between Spain and Argentina's golden generations. So if you want to look at the three tournaments, 2008, 2010, and 2012, for Spain got a grand total of 48 points, 15 wins, 3 draws, and only 1 loss, and that loss was against Switzerland. Scored 32 goals, conceded only 6. In 10 knockout games that Spain played in all 3 tournaments, conceded 0 goals in 10 knockout games. Whereas if you want to compare Argentina's 3 records in 21, 22, and 24. They actually had one game more. They had 20 games played in those 3 trophies, where Spain only had 19. But Argentina had 47 points compared to Spain's 48. 14 wins, 5 draws, with I think 4 of them being penalty shootouts, I think, and 1 loss against Saudi Arabia. Scored 36, conceded 12, and 8 of those were in the knockouts. If you want to compare, but Argentina conceded only 1 goal in the 2024 Copa America. Spain only conceded only 1 in the 2012 Euros. So in the third trophy that both teams won, in terms of dominance, Spain, in terms of the results, Spain beat, you can say Russia 4-1 and 3-0, but mostly looking at the 2012 tournament, to win 4-0 in a European Championship, which is the biggest ever scoreline in a European Championship final ever. Spain did that 4-0 against Italy, who 6 years ago were world champions, and Italy, were quite good, I would say, because they both played each other early in the tournament and finished 1-0. But Spain, with 6 midfielders, managed to score 4 past one of the best goalkeepers in Buffon. Yeah, that's my argument.
All right, now it's time for ranking.
All right. So when we talk about dominance, when a dynasty of a football team, you don't only look at the tournament performances, you also look at what happened in between. And I think that what happened in between shows how just above everyone else this Argentina team was ahead of the pack in its generation, because this Argentina team only dropped a single game outside of a tournament during this reign. That was the World Cup qualifier game against Uruguay in 2023. So, and after that, before that, we had only lost to Saudi Arabia during this tenure. So Argentina was incredibly dominant and ahead of everyone else in both the World Cup qualifiers and the friendlies that we played between our Copa America wins, and obviously in the middle during the World Cup qualifiers. So even in those periods, Argentina was far and away better than anyone else, and more dominant than what Spain was during that 2008 to 2012 period. And when you look at the tournament itself, Argentina was very clearly the best team in the tournaments that we played. We had to outplay Brazil in the final to win that first Copa America, but after that, we were very clearly the best team in the world at the World Cup, even though at times, because football is a crazy sport, football is a game of variance, we did concede some of those late goals that allowed those equalizers, but it was mainly because of luck, being honest, because we were very much dominant in all of those games. Against Australia, we could have scored 4, and we ended up suffering in the end because they scored a deflection goal. Against the Netherlands, we dominated for 70 minutes, and then they decided to sub in Wout Weghorst, and he scored 2 headers. And after that, against France, we dominated for 70 minutes. For 80 minutes, I would say, France didn't have a single shot, not even a shot on target, not a single shot for 70 minutes of that game. It was the most one-sided World Cup final in history, and it's only because football is a crazy sport that they managed to equalize that one.
All right. Do you have any 2 rebuttals for each other?
I guess I might have one. I don't know. Yeah. So I think the reason why I would say Spain's, let's say, was more dominant than Argentina, if you want to also look at qualifiers, because there's technically no qualifier for Copa America, Spain in the qualifiers for 2008, 10, and 12, 2008 had 9 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, but that was like before the sort of 3 trophies eventually happened. And then in the 2010 and 2012 qualifying for Spain, Spain won every single game. And if we want to talk about, let's say, the winning streak, or not really win, the unbeaten streak, I think Argentina has, 36 or 35, I'm not sure. And then Spain only had like 1 or 2 games fewer. But also, that kind of means that both teams have been very dominant. Spain's like 34-game unbeaten record was ended by USA. As for Argentina's was lost by, I think it was Saudi Arabia. So I would probably say, if you want also look at qualifiers, 2 different types of qualifying campaigns, because Argentina didn't have to qualify for both Copa Americas. And for the World Cup in 2022, Argentina couldn't even finish above Brazil. Even if that that COVID sort of, I don't know what you call it, the thing that happened, that the game was suspended, even if Argentina won 5-0, wouldn't even finish above Brazil in that qualifier, whereas Spain won every single game in 10 and 2012 qualifying. So that would probably be my argument. And also, Spain didn't have to, say, suffer as much as Argentina have. So I would say the dominance of Spain, once Spain scored, more times than not, Spain don't end up losing or concede or go to penalty shootouts. So, yeah.
Well, that is fair. I guess my rebuttals to that would be that qualifying in Europe is a lot easier than qualifying in South America, where the level playing field in South America is a lot more even. You have a lot more top teams, and even the bottom teams like Bolivia can give you a run for your money when they're playing at home. Everyone is going to be very physical, very tough. While as Spain, that qualifying Euro group in 2008 that you were mentioning had Liechtenstein, Northern Ireland, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland, and Latvia. And those losses were to Northern Ireland and Sweden on the road. And then for 2020, other teams like Bosnia, Armenia, Estonia, and Turkey, for example. So I would say that qualifying in Europe is a lot easier than qualifying in South America, as the level playing field is overall on average a lot lower in Europe. There are a lot more, mediocre teams in Europe, in my opinion. And so that makes for the top teams a lot easier to qualify. And I do think that Spain had to suffer quite a bit in those, even though you didn't concede a single goal in the 2010 World Cup in the knockouts, you had to suffer quite a bit, especially in the games against Portugal and against Paraguay, against the Netherlands. Against Paraguay, before you took the lead, Tacuara Cardoso had that penalty that he wasted, and that's the play that then led to the David Villa goal. So I wouldn't say that Spain didn't suffer, it's just that they didn't concede a goal. I think that Argentina were very dominant in their games as well. We saw it in the game against Croatia in the semifinals that we won 3-0. And the difference between the Croatia game and the Netherlands game and the France game was that we managed to score a third and we didn't concede after that. Well, as for the other games, the only reason we had to suffer so much, it was because the other team found a goal out of nowhere, but it was completely against the run of play because we were dominating those games as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, Spain didn't need to have to give the other teams those bit of one play. What do you call those? Goals against the one of play. That was what I was trying to say. Yeah. Poll time. There.
All right. Now it's time for the poll. The final poll, guys. Remember, guys, this is winner take all. Whoever wins this wins the debate. So
try not to influence, but it's 8 more minutes for this game.
No. Consider the arguments. Consider the arguments that have been presented to you guys.
Yeah, and and please remember, guys, it's just a game. It's just for fun, so don't take it too personally.
This is life.
It's just like a fun.
Winner gets a Lamborghini from or AD. So
yeah, I do have a World Cup trophy. I do have a World Cup trophy, so I will present that to you.
Hey, so do I. I have the patch.
Yes, I guess.
Wow.
But technically, AD has watched more World Cup. No, Spain won 2, men's and women's, and then AD saw 2015 and 19, the women's. If you want to consider that.
All right. Let's read some comments. Where are we? Okay, Ramos is a better center back, so I put him there. A lot of Argentina players are criminally underrated, like Tagliafico, Molina, De Paul, Paredes, etc. Yeah, it's crazy how Messi won.
Nobody talks about Tagliafico. It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy how Messi won more trophies with Argentina than peak Spain did.
Ouch.
It is. Is it really that crazy low? No, I think that. Okay, what do you think, Ray? Do you think that's crazy?
The Finalissima as a major trophy.
Well, okay. If Spain beat Argentina in the Finalissima, are you going to count it as a trophy?
Yes.
Okay. Then it's a trophy. Then it's a trophy.
Also,
Finalissima is like essentially the Confederations Cup. So
Yeah.
It's a Super Cup. Like the Super Cup is a trophy. You can say it's not a major trophy, but it's a trophy.
Because then also they can say what the Nations League for Spain is a major trophy.
Yeah, we're gonna count the Nations League.
Because imagine if we had the Nations League during the peak Spain era. Like maybe Spain won both like 2 or 3 consecutive Nations League back in the day.
By the way, guys, when I was doing the Dynasty stuff, I was actually mainly looking at the regional tournaments and the World Cup. We're not really taking into account those other trophies. So
yeah, that's why I didn't really talk about like Confederations Cup or Argentina's Finalissima, because technically they're not really the same sort of tournaments.
yeah. Maybe people say Messi should have chosen Spain over Argentina. So yes. Yeah, I know. If peak Spain had Messi, it would have been back-to-back World Cups.
No, I think that Spain team was phasing out. With hindsight, you can say. I don't think.
All right, what do you think?
Maybe knock out, but not win it.
But you have 2014 Messi.
Messi was really good in 2014, man.
Yeah.
Messi carried our ass.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But then also, you would not have had, let's say, Di Maria, the Switzerland game, because Messi, I think it was Messi that assisted that one. So
Messi
imagine
assisted
Spain had that Messi. Yeah, to be honest, maybe Spain makes the knockouts, but I wouldn't say win 2014. I think Germany easily wins 2014. Easily.
But do they if they face Spain? Because Spain always beats Germany.
Oh, okay. Maybe
that is true. That is true. That's true.
But let's say,
That's true.
Spain would have played Brazil. Let's just say second place in the group. Maybe I still think Brazil beats Spain if they both met in the round.
Nah, that Brazil team has made AF.
I think Spain loses to Colombia in the quarterfinal.
Maybe, but 2040 was the greatest of all time of that generation. 2040 says right about that. Well, 2040 were beatable. I'll tell you, Argentina scared them. I know. Argentina, England, 2022. Argentina 2021 now overcame so many obstacles like Ecuador, Netherlands, France, Colombia on penalties. Spain, the qualifying campaigns, they lost 2 games. Their 2 losses, Euro 8 will qualifying. 2010, 10 wins from 10 games. 2012, 8 wins from 8 games.
At least they didn't lose to Liechtenstein.
Tari.
2-2. I mean,
I knew it.
In the game, 2-2. I think.
Okay, Tari teaches South American qualifiers were European qualifiers. Give me playing Brazil or Uruguay over San Marino and Malta every day of the week.
Okay, those are 2 very extreme cases, but yeah, I get the point.
Yeah, that's a bit extreme, Tari. Like, I think you should probably say like Venezuela, Bolivia. If you look at us historically.
Yeah.
Tari said Argentina could have easily crumbled after Netherlands and France, but they came through on penalties. You should roar the word at AD. Yeah, well, your 2012 was the tournament with most dominance. It's a trophy, not a major trophy. Finland was a Super Cup between Euro Copa America winners. Finland's my counts. Spain won a final 4-0. That does it for me, Lo. Only international trophies that count at national team level are World Cup domestic. Continental Cups. The rest are basically just Super Cups, glorified friendlies.
I think it maybe depends on like the national team. Like for Bangladesh and Philippines, like our major trophies are the South Asian, the Southeast Asian Cups. Those are major.
Oh man. I said 2014 Messi wasn't the best player of the World Cup though. I know it was Thomas. Thomas was the best player, but what I'm saying is that Messi was at peak. That was peak Messi, right? Oh, Neuer's a good case. Messi would have had Kostev instead. He going to rely on this final. Above Brazil 1-7 Germany 4-0 Portugal, Germany 1-0 Argentina. So it's the top 3 international matches of all time. Actually, Rank, do you agree with this?
Yeah, I would agree. Oof. That's why the manager won. But I'll say what he's saying.
Well, in terms of what he's accomplished and in the context, kind of have to put him in that conversation. Definitely not top 3 manager as a whole, but internationally, you have to put him there.
Yeah. Tari said the top 3 international manager. You didn't say manager of all time.
Yeah,
international.
Former Deportivo player. Let's go.
All right, so we have a winner, guys, and let me do a drum roll, guys. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Dynasty.
Yay! Woo! Oh, wait. Wrong one. Yay. And it's 2-2. So we might go into extra time.
Wow. Crazy, man, crazy. So 10-9 wins. So I mean, I think it's fair to say that I think most people just agree that Spain dynasty is better. But Argentina dynasty is I would say Argentina dynasty is second. Definitely second. I don't think it's would you guys agree Spain and Argentina are the best two in history?
I mean, I think the only two national teams to ever do this sort of feat. So just based on that alone, because I think for Spain, the only team ever to win back-to-back European championships was Argentina. They're not the only team that's ever won back-to-back Copas. There's been Chile. Unfortunately, ranked. Brazil, I think Uruguay has won, I think, back-to-back. So, yeah. But, I mean, in terms of just in isolation, I think both are the best. We'll see. Maybe this current generation of Spain, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think
now if we win 2026.
Oh yeah.
I think that will be the one that overtakes Spain if they.
Oh yeah, I'll say this right now. Yeah, I'll say this right now. Like, then there won't be a debate. Then this debate's like pretty much pointless. But yeah, I do think Spain is a better dynasty. Argentina is very good though. I think what Argentina shows that I think Argentina have shown they have more grit and mentality than the Spain one. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I think Argentina probably suffered a lot more. Obviously, you had the 4 penalty shootouts. Where Spain, like in terms of dominance, like to win a final 4-0, and then for a team like Argentina, had to really, fight it out against a France, against a Brazil, against Colombia. So
yeah, I think Argentina have more grit and character in them.
Yeah, and then whereas Spain probably has just I don't know, dominant. Just I don't know.
Yeah, dominant.
Once you score, then Spain scores more, or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So, what's your guys' final thoughts on this before I wrap it up?
I mean, it's great to win. I mean, I kind of expected to win. I'll be honest. I'm kidding. But I do think there's an argument like with Argentina to be a better, let's say, better than Spain in terms of the legacy sort of thing. But the only reason why, let's say, we're kind of talking about this or having a debate like this is because of Spain being the first ones. But, now that we kind of see how the careers of, the Spain players have kind of played out already, we don't know how it will play out for a lot of these Argentina players. Maybe someone like Enzo Fernandez becomes, the best player in the world, which maybe he is. So we'll probably have to see how that plays out for the rest of his career. And we don't know how Argentina will do in 2026, 28, 2030, whereas Spain, we already know what happened in 2014, 16, 18, and so on.
Yeah,
and
Rank, do you have any
cycle. So
yeah, Rank, do you have any final thoughts on this as a losing team?
Well, I think that it's fair. I think that Spain were incredibly dominant and they set a generation and a legacy for their nation while they won those trophies. And I grew up watching that team, and it was incredible how dominant they were. They were completely unstoppable. So I think it's fair. I think that we are in the middle of doing something very similar, and I'm very proud of it. We have our arguments. Clearly, it's not enough yet, but we still can look forward to the future to see what this Argentina team can still do.
Yeah, and like I said, at the end of the day, it's just about. I think Argentina is just happy to have a dynasty. And I think Argentina have been suffering for so long that you guys are like
3 summers in a row is crazy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could have predicted this. Like, you lose 3 finals in a row and then win 3 finals in a row. Like, who could have predicted that? Like, that is insane.
And the funny thing is that I think it's the only time, as a eventual World Cup champion, Spain and Argentina lost their first games against teams that were very unfancy and got grouped in the end. Switzerland got grouped, Spain won the World Cup. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina, Saudi Arabia got grouped, Argentina won the World Cup. So it's like similar paths. So if you want to go through that similar path, then I would probably say Argentina gets grouped. in 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. It really depends on how it'll be different because different.
Yeah,
format.
we'll see, of course. Excuse me, but yeah. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. To give you guys some updates, what's going on. So, later today, there'll be a video of me and Rank coming out for you guys on the channel. That'll be out, and then tomorrow I'll do that community-based video as you guys requested. I'll be doing that video for you guys. The Wednesday I'll probably do my league predictions. And then next week we're gonna have the debate show. We're gonna have a big one, guys. We're gonna be talking about the Copa America, the Euros, the AFCON, the Asian Cup. What was the best international tournament this year? And I'm sorry, we're not gonna have OFC in that debate. I'm sorry. So because if I put OFC in the debate, they would easily win. So let's make it fair, and we don't have them. So yeah, we're gonna have the debate, and of course, Hen and I will be there. Unfortunately, Rank will not be there; he's busy. So he will still try to be there. He'll still try to come in the chat, right, Rank?
Yeah, I'll try to be there in the chat at least.
Yeah. So we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some new people. We're gonna get some people there, and that will be taking place next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I've already scheduled it, guys. I already scheduled it. I have to come up with a thumbnail. I have to come up with I have to get the categories ready and everything. I'm really excited for that debate. And that's going to be very.
It's kind of clear winner in those four. I think there is, and it's in the comments. I think there's a clear winner. I think even as an Asian person, I think the other one that happened at the same time. I think.
We'll see. We'll see.
What next weekend?
Yeah, next weekend is going to be crazy, guys. We also have the community shield next weekend, so maybe we might do a stream for that, maybe.
Man United.
But it is the community shield, so let's not get too carried away. So
this is select.
Anyways, let's read some. Yeah, let's go ahead and read some final comments. Scaloni's a genius. Pedro could have helped Messi out if he was playing for Spain. No, what if Argentina went back-to-back World Cups? Yeah, if Argentina went back-to-back World Cups, then it's clear.
Because I think the third ever team to do it. France could have done it a couple of years ago, but didn't.
Yeah. Best two dynasties, yeah. Argentina also wasn't the best team in the Copa America. Are you about this year Copa America?
I would have said Canada. I'm kidding. The CONCACAF team, but I mean, if you want to compare the best team in Copa America, if you want to say it's Colombia, didn't Argentina beat Colombia? That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And still won it. Yeah, but that hurts them when talking about this best IC ever. The way Argentina went on to win the last Copa America final after Messi went out injured was great. Yeah, it also showed character, at least in my opinion. They can still one goal. 4 summers in a row if you count, it still wasn't the best team. They shouldn't get grouped in a 48-team World Cup. Yeah, if Argentina gets grouped in the next World Cup, Rank might have to go into sabbatical.
Yeah.
They do in Algeria. Remember when Algeria got grouped in the AFCON the first time when they were champions? So, yeah. But
I just realized it's back-to-back. It's back-to-back for Algeria. Oh, man. That's the other case they still win. Despite not being their best. It's AFCON. Well, let's see, man. I don't want to speak too much. Let's save it for next weekend. But yeah, AFCON hands down. Sorry, bro. It doesn't low. Especially when domination. The great thing about AFCON is that the football is not always the highest level, but the engineering value is always high. Not hating, by the way, but I didn't vote for Spain on this team debate. All right. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's debate. Remember, guys, to subscribe to both Rank and Tenedi's channel. The link will be in the description below. And yeah, like I said, guys, any final thoughts before round off?
I already get my final thoughts before.
Okay. This is the last time for real. So Tenedi, any final thoughts?
It's 2-2. Hopefully Spain wins against the women's Colombia. If not, I still have USA to win the women's. Unfortunately, my Japan pick for the men's, but at least Spain are still in it. So who knows? Yeah. Maybe Spain goes back for both men's and women's, but
yeah. We'll see what happens. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. Please remember to like and subscribe. And let's see how many likes we got on the stream before we round off. Hopefully we can get up to 15 because I really want to get up to 15. How many likes we're on? We're currently on. Let's see. 13. Come on, let's get up to 15, guys. Let's get up to 15 before we round off. Let's get up to 15, guys. So let's stay for a few minutes just to get 15. Come on, let's do this.
Let me find it. Okay. And then like button.
Okay.
Okay.
get up to
now
16.
it's like, yeah,
All right.
14.
All right, 14. 14 is good enough. All right, I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.